Hi ladies, Shalom. I'm here today with a highly requested tutorial, one that I first started posting pictures of me wearing, a look that I started posting pictures of me wearing a few weeks ago, maybe even a month now. I apologize, but I haven't had time to do the tutorial, so I'm going to do that now. For this look, I'm going to use 3 scarves. One of them is an olive 2-in-1, and the other is a purple Shinylicious. And then the very last one I'm using is a olive or green shine-on pashmina. This is a really pretty pashmina that has this intricate detailing at the end by the fringe. And if you have a pashmina like that, this would be a great tie to highlight that. So I'm also going to use a pin, by the way. So pins might be necessary for you when you wear this look. The 2-in-1 I'm going to tie on my head just in a quick regal wrap, and it's totally optional. You do not have to do this if you don't want to. I just kind of like having the look of a little extra contrasting color near the front of my face. But you do not have to do that if you don't want to. So just very quick regal wrap, tie my knot. While I'm wrapping this, I should probably mention that this is a tie that I haven't really been able to experiment with without a lot of volume in the back. I think that it probably would work best with some volume back there. So if you don't usually wear volume back there, it might change the look of the tie, or you might want to add something perhaps to your normal volume routine to get a little bit more. Okay. This is a great look, by the way, for like Shabbos or events. If you've got like a wedding or something fancy where you need to look great. Okay, so I've got my quick regal wrap tied on. Next step is to take my Shinylicious, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tie it on my head with 2 even tails, but I'm going to do it at an angle. So I'm folding it to fit my head. I gotta fold it straight, not at an angle, that would help. Okay, fold it to fit my head. And I'm gonna do it so that I'm exposing some of the green in the front. So you will skip this step if you're not using a base scarf. Okay, so at an angle, and tie a knot. Okay, so got my even tail, so I'm good to go. Next step is to do the same thing with your 3rd scarf. You know, for me this is my ever so gorgeous shine on, but I'm going to tie it on at the opposite angle. Boy, I'm having folding problems today. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Alright, so now at the opposite angle, you know, how extreme you want your angle is kind of personal preference. You know, some women might not like much of an angle at all, some may like a lot. It's entirely up to you. So, and tie a knot, if I didn't mention that step. Got a lot of tails back there to contend with. So I take my time. Okay. Alright, so now we're left with a Shinylicious and a shine-on one side, and a Shinylicious and a shine-on the other. So at this point, I gotta think, okay. Alright, so the next step now is to take, on the side that you're zigzag, on the first side that you wrapped your 2nd scarf, for me it's my Shinylicious, I'm just going to make another kind of tail. What I'm doing is creating a little kind of like half zigzag in the front here. So I'm just going to follow this and then tuck it, you know, wherever you tuck. Making it, being a little bit of a perfectionist, but not too bad. Some of this will be covered, so it's not super important to make it perfect. But, you know, the front you do want to look kind of nice. Okay. Alright. So like I said, then you wrap it around, you tuck wherever is your preferred tucking spot. I like to tuck it into itself. Some women may like to tuck it between their volumizer and their scarf. That's personal preference, 100%. Okay. Alright, so the next step we've got here, oh gosh, I gotta think about which tail is supposed to go where. Oh no. Okay, so for this one, and then that. Okay, alright, I know where I'm at now. So now, on the same exact side, I'm going to do the same thing with my shine on. Alright. But for this one, oh, excuse me, not the same thing. For this one, it's just in the back, like over the top of your volume. That way you're not covering up the zigzag up here. So, wrap and tuck. Okay. Make sure everything's the way I want it. Alright. That feels okay to me. So now is kind of the fun part where you get to create your swoop. And the first, there's an option here. You'll see in the photo that there's like a fancy swoop like this, and then it gets tucked in the back. And there's two ways of doing that. The first way is to wrap your last, for me it's the Shinylicious tail around, tuck, and then you can tuck this into that tail, or above it and behind. The other option is to wrap this tail and then wrap the Shinylicious over it. So it's kind of, I'll be honest with you, sometimes when I wrap it, I've found that first doing the pashmina tail and then the second scarf tail over it works better. Sometimes I've found that wrapping this first and then the pashmina last works better. It kind of, I don't know until I'm wrapping it, so I'm just going to have to wing it and show you. If that was confusing, I will explain it as I go. So for this now, it's a little dark, hopefully you can see that better. Okay, what you want to do is create a couple pleats in the front, and this is just so this portion by your face has a nice little detail. It is essentially an optional step, so if you're really not good with pleats, or you really don't like pleats, or you just don't want to wear pleats, whatever your issue is with pleats, or if you don't have any issue and just aren't in the mood, that's fine. This is optional. So I'm just creating a few pleats now. I'm holding the edge taut here, and then going a couple inches down and bringing the fabric up to meet itself. I have actually a tutorial for this elsewhere on the Wrapunzel Ladies channel on this method. I'll put a link in the description box in case any of you are interested in it. Whoops. So, okay. Now once I do that, once I have, you know, my pleats in the front, I want to fold in neatly this back while holding this taut, so I don't want to lose my pleats. Fold this in, just kind of sort of neatly, so that edge is inside. And what I do is this. I kind of gather it all together somewhat, so it's flat, but the pleats are still here in the front. And I put my hand here, perpendicular to my neck, and I wrap this over it, like so. So what that does is it leaves this a little loose. And if you don't like the shape, don't worry about it because we're going to fix that later. And when I put my hand back in now, I can push down and kind of gently, you know, pull some of the fabric down to make it lower or higher. This is totally personal preference again. So I'm going to now, I'm feeling okay about this today, so I'm going to bring my fringe and just kind of tuck them in back here. wherever you can find that they can safely be tucked is what you want to do. Now, you don't have to worry about making it perfect if you choose to wrap your pashmina tail first and then your Shinylicious tail second, because you'll be covering it up with the Shinylicious. So, okay, so now I'm going to take my Shinylicious tail and wrap it around, making sure that I'm covering all those fringes so they'll be nice and secure, and then tucking wherever it fits. Whoops. Okay. All right. I'm almost there. Actually, I think I'm going to tuck that one underneath, which I don't usually do, between my volumizer and my scarf. Okay. Alright, that feels okay. So now is the fun part where you get to play with this. And this is the part where pins come in as well. You might find that reworking the top a little bit will pull, you know, some like that. I'm just tucking it all in. And what I usually do, I mean, you can leave it like this if you're happy like that, but what I usually do is I use a pin. I kind of hold it down in the position that I like, and then, gosh, you can barely see. I don't know what's going on with the lighting here today. Anyway, I guess I can't fix it. But I use a pin somewhere on the side here, or two if necessary, to just hold it flat. And you'll see I'm holding it with my fingers, and it totally changed how that's lying. So I like to use these really long stick pins. That's what they look like. But you can use whatever pin your heart desires, and you just weave it in and out to keep it in place. Okay, so there I'm pinned down. And now, oh, I really wish you could see. I'm trying to get the lighting a little bit better. Sometimes what I'll do is do kind of like a flip at the bottom here. There, I guess you can see like that. It's really all about playing. So what I'm doing is, you know, the pleats had been here and it had been laying this way. I'm just flipping it like so. I think you can see that now. Flipping it to give a little different look. And again, this is totally personal preference, 100% up to you. And I'm actually liking how that is looking, so I think I'm going to leave it like this. But this is the finished look. So, one side, second side. That's it, ladies. Long tutorial, but that is the basic technique. And once you have this down, you can do this cool side swoop, artsy side swoop, maybe, I don't know what I'm going to call it, thing with lots of different scarves. If you would like me to make a tutorial of this with just one scarf, I can easily do that. So leave comments in the box below if you'd like that, and I will be checking those, of course. But this is the finished look, guys. I love it a lot, and it's a different fun kind of look. You know, if I am having a day where I kind of am missing hair, I like this because it feels like there's hair by my face, but I don't have a tail hanging down all up in my stuff, so that's kind of cool. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how it works for you. Can't wait to see pictures and everything else. All right, bye-bye.